Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast. Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Aliya Aaron. Aliya Aaron is a registered nurse, founder, CEO, entrepreneur, startup investor, and advisor with over 20 years of healthcare experience. She founded AMR Healthcare Consulting in 2010, an award-winning technology firm providing software development services and solutions for the healthcare industry. AMR was recently honored with CIO Review's 20 Most Promising Healthcare Consulting Service Companies in 2019. AMR's clients include health systems, hospitals, private practices, clinics, LTACs, SNFs, laboratories, healthcare startups, EHR vendors, and more. Aliya also founded the Nursing Innovation Hub in 2019, an incubator and accelerator for nurse-led tech startups with a global innovation platform. Well, good afternoon, Aliya. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Super excited.
This is exciting. As you know, my background's in healthcare technology as well, 20 years, and I just love healthcare tech, health IT. You were really one of those guests that inspire me and get me really excited to get kind of into the groove. So I'm going to jump into the questions, Aliya. You've been in healthcare for a number of years, starting out as a nurse, then you jumped into technology and entrepreneurship, and I just love that story. Could you tell us what drives you to do what you do?
Sure, absolutely. So you're absolutely right. My background is nursing. ICU trauma nurse is where I started. And I had the opportunity to travel all over the country and work in various healthcare settings, in various hospitals, and really get that deep down exposure to really help me, appreciate nursing and appreciate healthcare early on. Once I worked as a travel nurse and was able to work in and out of various hospitals, I realized there was a shift in healthcare, and I actually wanted to shift away from the bedside because I felt like there was other areas of nursing I wanted to explore. And so I went back to grad school and I studied health systems management, really started focusing in on technology while I was working as a research nurse for NIH as well. At that point is when I started working for the larger healthcare IT vendors. So working and developing enterprise solutions for hospitals all across the country and internationally, where we would develop those EHR solutions. And in 2010, I set my sights on starting a software development consulting firm, particularly looking at bridging the gap between clinical care and healthcare IT, because there was a huge gap in there where the clinicians were not talking to the technologists and vice versa. So I started AMR Healthcare Consulting in 2010 to work with those hospitals and enterprise clients on developing their acute and clinical EHR solutions. And in 2019 is where Nurse Innovation Hub was launched. And Nurse Innovation Hub is what I'm super excited about. It's a new venture where we are really focusing on helping to incubate and accelerate nurse-led technology startups, as well as match nurses up with medtech and health tech startups and corporations that are looking to develop new and innovative products and get them to market and help improve patient care. So in a nutshell, over my 20 plus years in healthcare, I've touched a lot of areas in nursing, from being faculty to research to technology and entrepreneurship.
Awesome, Aliya. That's amazing. Your company is focused on providing health tech services, including, like you said, developing innovative mobile apps. Are you leveraging any new or emerging technology today that you want to share with us?
We are. So there are a lot of new technologies being developed. We're leveraging AI. We're using machine learning, robotics, and a lot of those that were not around, or we were not as interested in as we are now. And so a lot of the new developments that are coming out are leveraging these new technologies, which makes it very interesting, but also helps us to really look at clinical practice and workflow and how we can streamline those practices by using these innovative technologies. For instance, using and developing electronic health record systems that also have machine learning embedded into it to help streamline some of those practices that are currently being done on paper now. Developing robotics for patient care to really help take away some of those task items that nurses are really focused on that take up a lot of their time. So we certainly are excited about that. And to that point, which is why we were able to secure a partnership with Microsoft, because Microsoft is really working with startups to, particularly in the healthcare sector, to really look at how they could leverage those technologies that they offer to help develop these new healthcare technologies.
Awesome. That's really exciting. And that's kind of my space is artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, all that stuff. Absolutely amazing. So thank you for sharing. So Aliya, we're going to go back to that Nursing Innovations Hub. I know your goal was to make innovation open to nurses anywhere and everywhere, right? So you talked a little
Right.
bit about it today. Could you just expand a little bit more on that?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, in the US alone, there's over 4 million nurses, right? I mean, nurses are the number one trusted providers in healthcare. And I mean, who doesn't love a nurse, right?
Uh-huh.
we get a lot of, we may get some things thrown at us when we're in the room and things like that because we're doing to help the patient. But in the long run, nurses on average have been the number one trusted healthcare profession for the last year or more. And so, the whole focus with Nurse Innovation Hub is to break down these silos, break down the walls where we are able to transcend across in a global manner and touch nurses, work with nurses that work at the bedside and beyond the bedside, and look at the ideas that they may have as to how they can improve patient care and nursing satisfaction and patient throughput and all of those factors that we look at and we gauge. So we want to be able to allow nurses a platform where they can engage with other nurses that are nurses, providers, investors, tech enthusiasts, entrepreneurs that are interested in looking at modeling new technologies and devices and having a nurse actually help lead that, because nurses oftentimes are the first ones at the bedside. They're the first ones to lay hands on the patient, to talk to the patients. And we have a lot of insight, a lot of intelligence can be gained. And so we seek to empower nurses as leaders in the field to really help drive innovation in technology, in healthcare and medical device development. And so by being a global platform, we are able to do that. We have nurses. I was just on a call with a nurse from Brazil. She's super excited. We have nurses in Australia that have reached out. They're developing all types of virtual realities. Nurses from Nigeria, they're like, I have an idea, or we have an idea, and we really want to bring this idea to fruition. Or they already have an MVP that they've developed and they're looking for mentors, advisors to really help take them along that journey. That's what Nurse Innovation Hub is for, to help accelerate nursing ideas and new technologies.
That's simply amazing. Aliya, thanks for sharing that. Again, I've been in healthcare a long time, so yeah, no, this is great. I can totally relate. Aliya, last question here. Our
Sure.
audience wants to know more about you. Can you share something from your career experience that would be helpful for those either looking to grow their career in nursing or entrepreneurship?
Sure. So I have a lot of fun facts about me. I'll spare a lot of the details, but my favorite ice cream is vanilla. But from honestly, from an entrepreneurial standpoint, oftentimes going to school for nursing, you are not taught how to be an entrepreneur, right? And so that is something that is oftentimes learned on the job. I would say for those nurses that are looking to become entrepreneurs, that are seeking to move from the bedside and beyond, but still be active in the clinical care and looking at ways to improve clinical care, find a mentor. Find someone who was willing to take you under their wing to really help you understand the landscape. And again, that's what Nursing Innovation Hub is for. I've talked to nurses all over that have said they have flown across the country to find and speak with someone just to get some clarification about an idea that they have, or how to go about marketing a solution, or how to go about even creating a corporation and so forth. You want to find you a mentor in those various areas that you seek advice on, because mentors are very important in any opportunity that you're looking to get into, whether it's as a new nurse. They typically pair you up with someone on the floor that has more experience. That becomes your mentor to really help guide and show you the way. Or as a nurse entrepreneur, you're looking to develop a new business. So that is one of my gems, is to always look for a mentor. Ask your network, ask around, and see if there's someone there that's willing to invest the time into you to really help you. And it's a win-win situation.
Great. That's awesome advice. I appreciate you sharing that. So, Aliya, this has been a simply amazing podcast. Can't wait to get this out to the audience. I just want to personally thank you. It was a pleasure having you on today, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. I really enjoyed it, and anytime.
Bye for now.